In Scarlet Glen there lived a lass, and every morning after mass she would go and take a glass before going home be Barna. We won't go home along the road for fear that we might tax the rogue. Won't go home along the road, or we'll go home be Barna. We won't go home across the fields, the big tornadoes will stick on our heels. We won't go home across the fields, we'll go home be Barna. We won't go home the milk bureen, the night is bright, we might be seen. Won't go home the milk bureen, or we'll go home be Barna. We won't go home along the bay, the Tinker's camp is on the way. I won't go home along the bay, we'll go home be Barna. We won't go home along the main, the swag is sure to rise again. Won't go home along the main, or we'll go home be Barna. We won't go home along the shore for fear we hear the banshee roar. I won't go home along the shore, we'll go home be Barna. We won't go home along the stand, we might disturb the fairy band. Won't go home along the stand, we'll go home be Barna. In Scarlet Glen there lived a lass, and every morning after mass she would go and take a glass before going home be Barna. We won't go home along the road for fear that we might tax the rogue. Won't go home along the road, or we'll go home be Barna.